And early, Reggie Miller bumps into Michael Jordan, and they go after each other and start a little fracas. Michael with the eye rake, looked like the World Wrestling Federation there, pushing and shoving. It looks like both did about equal, but guess what? Reggie got tossed, Michael did not. Bob Hill was furious. He went over the hill and he got tossed, ejected from the game, as was the Pacers' leading scorer, gone for the night. But Rick Smits picked up some of the slack. He had 24. The Pacers were up 12, coached by Ed Badger, the assistant coach. But the All-Stars take over. Jordan still in the game and making his mark. He only had 40 points on the night. And then Trent Tucker sets up Scottie Pippen, who had 26 in the second half. Pippen and Jordan had 70 of the 115 for the Bulls.
It's all about money, you know? If he'd have got thrown out, half the people would have left. The vendors would have lost money, scalpers would have lost money, ball boys would have lost money, everyone would have lost money. Referees are ridiculous in doing that. I don't care how much they fine me for what I say. I mean, because that's disrespect.
I don't consider it a double standard.
On Cleveland, All-Star Larry Nance wasn't there for much of the game. Watch as Nick Anderson drives in for the rebound. He hits Nance, who falls awkwardly on his left knee and did not return. And Lenny Wilkins would miss him greatly on the night because the paint was open. And on the break, Orlando excelled. Donald Royal off the bench with the slam. The third quarter, more inside play. Steve Kerr, the pass to that Shaq guy who keeps the basket hanging this time. The Cavs, the turnover, and start the break the other way. And again, they go to the interior. Skiles to Bowie, the nice feed to Nick Anderson, who lays it in. And Skiles will do it alone, beating his man on the acceleration, and they missed Larry Nance indeed as Orlando gets a win. And after 43 games, that's win 22 for the Magic. Clippers, the Clips at the America West Arena, and Dan Marley puts up the hook and puts it in. Good night for Dan. Good night for the rest of the team as well. Here come the Clippers back the other way. Good feed, an easy two for Harper. LA was trying to stay in it, but Danny Ainge off the bench, and the bench was so strong. He spots up and hits the outside jumper. Ainge was on fire. The entire Phoenix team really pulled away. They dominated this game. Marley fakes the outside shot, then takes it to the rack for an easy two. As a matter of fact, off the bench, Chambers at 18, Ainge 6.
Nets had won 3 of the last 4 coming in. Would this be the night that newly signed Bernard King would see his first action for the New Jersey Nets? Well, let's go to the Meadowlands and find out. Homecoming for Daly and 2 Detroit natives. Terry Mills, the former Net. Derek Coleman from Detroit's Northern High, also in there. Former Net Bernard King taking his warm-ups off. Bernard did get in this game. He did lay it up and did get the foul. He had 8 points. Emil Robinson, who went to the University of Michigan, lays in and gets the foul. Second half, Derek Coleman, the block. Then the pass to Kenny Anderson. Right there for the lay-in. Anderson had a nice 28 points, thank you, as Bernard King looks on. Do you know that Derek Coleman had 21 points, 17 boards, Drazen Petrovic 13, Kenny Anderson 28. None of them make the All-Star team. Team Olajuwon another night at the office. Philly on the fast break. Andrew Lang rudely stopped by Mr. Olajuwon. Akeem 6 blocks on the night. Hershey Hawkins misses. Then Lang tries to follow. No, but Clarence Weatherspoon dunks it home. Rocket coach Rudy T says, come on, fellas, it's Akeem's night to shine. Fourth quarter, Rockets up by 16. Akeem the spin on the look at that move. 26 points, 20 boards, 6 blocks, 7 assists. Sleepy Floyd with the alley-oop to who else? Akeem Olajuwon. I tell you, for my money, he is the best night-in, night-out center in the NBA. I don't want to hear Ewing. I don't want to hear Shaq. I want to hear and see Olajuwon. Sixers have lost 5 in a row. The Rockets break an abbreviated 2-game
halftime. The lead was 3 for the Lakers. Would they expand on it in the second half? Chris Jackson, well, they did right there, as you see. It's Sam Perkins. Here's Chris Jackson missing, but Marcus Liberty, who had a great game with the one-hand follow. Denver was in good shape. In the third, AC Green on the break loses the ball, but Sidel Threet gets it right back and gets the jumper as the Lakers take the lead. Dan Issel was upset, but not as mad as AC Green, a devoutly religious man, a polite gentleman who was tossed out of the game. And afterwards in the locker room, Randy Fund was wondering, what did he say? There's no way AC could have said anything bad enough to get tossed. 2 in a row on the road, and Grant Long feeling good on the road with the right hand. He had 12 in the first half. Then Glenn Rice. Nice drive also with the right hand. He too had 12 in the first half. Heat by 7 at the break. Second half, T-Wolves come back off the steal, the quick hands, the former Villanova Wildcat. Doug West, 2 of his 19, gets him back in it, and Chuck Person makes it a ball game. Chuck started hitting the threes, as a matter of fact, 6 for 6, tying an NBA record for 3-point proficiency. 4th man to go 6 for 6 from three-point land. But in the end, too much Miami, too much Glenn Rice. And Kevin Lockery celebrates back-to-back road wins as the Heat win 101-90. Both games without Ronnie Cycli, who has missed it with the flu. Christian Laettner had 18. In Dallas, Michael Adams had 29. Washington 16-7 run to start the fourth quarter. The Mavs are now 4. Foul trouble early, and Patrick was able to work over the overmatched Tree Rollins. Then Ewing, the spin move, muscling it up over Tree with the right hand. And Rudy Tomjanovich knows that he needs Akeem back in there despite 2 early fouls. He tries to answer, blocking Tony Campbell, then running the floor. Winston Garland will take it and throw it up in the alley-oop to the Dream, who puts it back. Patrick would answer one more time. The pull-up pop off the break. Pat Riley loves it. The Knicks were up 18 at the break. Into the second half, Patrick showing that he can be unselfish. Off the pass outside to Charles Smith for the hoop. Then Ewing sets a pick to spring John Starks, and the two do the two-man game so well. And everyone, this became a blowout. Everyone in the act, even Bo Kimball recently off the injured list. His first game, he hits the jumper, and the Knicks win by 30. Starks at 23, Mason and Campbell 15. Meeting in Charlotte in first quarter, Shaq, a flying dunk in the face of Zoe. Watch it again. It's impressive, and it's something we'll see a lot of, I get the feeling. Magic, they had a welcome surprise. Tom Tolbert hits the long jumper. He had 18 in the first half, but more Shaq. In his first meeting with Mourning, he catches the alley-oop at the top of the box and gently lays it in. Magic by 1 at the break, but the Hornets, third quarter. The run was 19-3, and Muggsy, the lob to Zoe, and the Hornets take a 9-point lead. Orlando comes right back. Nick Anderson working inside with a two-hand slam over Alonzo. 1-point lead for Orlando after 3. The Magic would take a 4-point lead after Shaq's great no-look pass to Anderson, but Alonzo owned the fourth quarter. Mourning, who missed the first game against Shaq because of the contract holdout, takes him to the rack for 2 of 27. Matty Gukas saw him score 21 in the second half, and the two shake hands because you know they will meet more. David Robinson hit the deck very hard. Double thumped the back and the head, but he was okay. He didn't score in the first quarter, but he had more problems. Like Purvis Ellison on a night of centers. Purvis said, don't forget me. He had 25, the Bullets by 11, but another huge night for Avery Johnson. The quick hands, the steal from Michael Adams. Takes it in, and the Spurs led by 7 at the break. Then the Admiral would heat up in the second half. Inside position, good catch, good dunk. He had 18. David again. Watch the give and go with Avery Johnson. The pass, the return. Very nice. Johnson and Robinson think they're hooking up well. How about one more time? How about since Avery Johnson has been put in the lineup, the Spurs are 16-1. A career-high 23 points and 10 assists to boot.
And Barkley with a big night, 26 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists. It was a game of runs. Sabalas uses all of the rim. Phoenix on a 17-4 run. Suns let Golden State back in it. Bushler with a putback. Warriors cut the lead to just 6. But in the third quarter, Golden State very sloppy. Mark West takes the loose ball up to KJ, way ahead to Danny Ainge. Golden State by 12. But Ainge was awesome from the outside. How awesome? How about 7 3-pointers? A career high, 33 points. The Suns roll right over the Warriors. Ainge shooting a solid 47% from three-point range this year. Stockton to Malone for the slam. Malone just had 15. Didn't matter. You'll see why later. Sonics were able to match it, though, on the break at least. Eddie Johnson with a nice move. It was a game at the half. They were tied at 46, but the second half, it was all Jazz. Stockton pulling the rebound away from the Sonics big guy, Sean Kemp. Stockton not intimidated. Kemp, though, didn't take kindly to the play and lets Johnny know it. Now, to make up for Karl Malone's rare, poor effort, guys like Jay Humphries off the bench coming through. He was dynamite. He's been a big force for Utah in his first year with the Jazz. He had a season-high 20 points, and the Jazz win at 101-96. They are now 19-2 when they hold their opponent under 100 points.